Morning all, and welcome to another, or evening, if it's evening you're listening to this, but welcome to another of our Take Fives this week. We're on to the third day, and today we're going to be looking at Psalms 71 and 72. Psalms, as always, is this collection of raw and honest prayers and songs, praising God, but also sharing what's going on. And just being an open book to God and saying, this is our situation, God. And in it, we're going to still choose you as God, but you need to know what we're going through. And I love Psalm because of that. It's so honest. It's so raw at times. It helps me feel a lot of comfort when I'm going through things. And in Psalm 71, let's kick off with that. So Psalm 71 is again an example of looking at how God, his influence over us, his protection over us, and the fact that we can be a blessing to others in their times of need. Remembering blessings is actually a useful thing as a Christian. Remembering the good things that God has done, no matter what your circumstances, you can still remember, I'm alive. I mean, I'm experiencing this day. God has given me this world that I live in. He's given me food to eat. He's given me air to breathe. He is there for me. The sun is still beating, although sometimes it can be pretty cloudy and rainy. It's still light enough to see by. There are, things that come to us that we don't enjoy. Experiences in life. Accidents happen, problems occur, job issues, family, relational issues. We can experience tough times. We can experience a time of drought. We can experience a time of famine. Things are not as they should be. Christianity is not an experience of one blessing after another blessing or after another blessing. It's all, sometimes it can feel like an uphill struggle. And while that's not something we need to dwell on too much, it's a reality that we need to deal with. And I think Psalm really helps us here. Just to remember what God has done for us allows us to put in perspective the issue that we're in at the moment. It can encourage us to trust in him. No matter what circumstances we're going through, we can say, well, God's still God. He is still in charge, and we can just relax a little bit and not get stressed out. Yes, I am going through a problem. Yes, I am dealing with it, but I don't need to get too stressed about it, because ultimately worry, as Jesus said, worry is not going to add another day to your life. Just trust in God. Allow God to be God and allow him to impact your life in the way that he wants to. And okay, he might not take away the problem, but he will walk through that problem with you. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because God is with me. And Psalms is basically going through that emotional and theological arguments and saying to God, look, this is my problem. I'm in despair, but I remember that you blessed me. I remember that you were there for me. And I will expect rescue. You are a rescuer. And I just expect that you will help me out eventually. In your time, I get it, but I do want that to be as soon as possible. Lord, this is me. This is all my problems. This is my issues. I surrender myself to you and just let you be sovereign in my life. It will be an encouragement to others if we do that as well. We can be a great encouragement to those around us and the next generation to show how, as a Christian, you handle the problems in life. That you don't just fall apart emotionally. That you don't just blame God and get angry and lash out at people. No, you can trust in God. You can stay relatively peaceful about life's circumstances. What a great example that is to the next generation of Christians. Now, in the next Psalm 72, you get a very different atmosphere. It's very much saying, okay, we have got leaders And we need to be praying for those leaders, because the leaders that are put in place above us, good or bad, they are still in place, and we need them to make good, wise, godly decisions. Well, just throwing mud at them and saying, no, you're not getting the right things, isn't going to help the situation really, but prayer might help. In fact, it will help, because if God's involved, he's going to help the situation. So we should pray for the leadership. We should pray for those put in the authority above us. We should pray for community leaders, national leaders. We should be presenting them to God and saying, look, God, we're in this situation together. We are all part of the same community, but we need leadership that makes choices that honour you, that care for those in need, that look out for those who have problems and support them and guide them and help them. We need a leadership that reflects the nature of God himself, the one that will be for the one, the God who actually reaches out to the lost and the suffering and says, I'm going to come alongside you, I'm going to help you, I'm going to guide and support you through this. That's the type of leadership we need, and we need to pray for that leadership to make the right choices. Let's echo God's desire through our leadership into our community. And okay, we won't make heaven on earth, but we'll have a taste, a flavour of that in our community. And if we can be a answer to any of those prayers to help the needy, then let's do that. Let's reach out. Let's be there for people. Let's share our homes with them. Let's share our food with them. Let's share our time and efforts with them. Let's be there for as many people as possible, making a difference, because that's the God we serve. And in this psalm, we're just encouraged to think in that way, that we'll be an instrument for God, to rescue the lost, to be there and provide for all the people in our communities. I hope you can spend some of today praying that into place, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.